Well, it's a new year and a new Katt Williams interview that, of course, is absolutely not disappointing. As in this one, speaking to Theo, he really gets in there when it comes to exposing the larger predatory Hollywood industry that, of course, is connected with the CIA and larger extortion operations, with doing some of the most awful, sinister, horrible stuff to small children. As of course, we're going to be connecting the dots in this specific video, highlighting how it wasn't just Weinstein here, but there's a larger connection to a Mr. Epstein and some really crazy, weird behavior that is worth connecting the dots on, that Theo shed a little bit of light on as he was speaking to Theo. And again, I suggest you guys check out the full podcast interview. It's pretty hilarious. It's pretty funny. It's 2 hours and 30 minutes, but I thought the most important part of this entire conversation was, of course, this tidbit here that is absolutely eye-opening, to say the least.
Were there things that you didn't take in your career that you feel like were like are there things to look out for, do you feel like
there wasn't for me, because I knew I wasn't going to take it, but I did want to get offered.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And most of the stuff I wouldn't have believed until I had to get to a certain level to get to see the proof, you know?
Yep, and that's the majority of people out there. What he's speaking about is this larger kind of notion of a lot of people can't even fathom, can't even imagine just how absolutely awful some of the upper echelons of our society, of Hollywood, of Washington, D.C. actually are, because they're not capable of committing these actions, so they're not capable of really thinking about it or pondering about it. But once you kind of delve into the mind of the larger kind of sociopathic mind that, of course, is encompassed in Washington, D.C., which per capita has the most amount of sociopaths than anywhere else in the world, you do see a larger kind of perspective of just how wild things could get, especially when you have individuals that are just granted so much power, so much money, so much influence, and they just kind of start acting in some of the strangest, most destructive, most nastiest ways.
You know what I mean? So I was as shocked as anybody about how powerful Harvey Weinstein was at the time that I was meeting with him, and how he could not be told no.
Yep. As of course, these individuals literally thought that they were gods. And when you start looking into the Harvey Weinstein story, sure, he's in jail right now. Sure, he's complaining about the conditions. Sure, he's saying, hey, Judge, I can't last anymore in Rikers. When you look at how he was able to influence people, buy people, and essentially be able to control people, you see this larger kind of sinister network, as soon as you step back, showing, holy cow, wow, you're dealing with someone with huge amounts of influence that, of course, allows him to do whatever he wants, when he wants, with the full backing and support of local law enforcement, federal enforcement, as, of course, the intel agencies played a major role in here and knew everything that was going on here, since, of course, many celebrities were even warning about it and no one was listening to them.
That he get whatever he want. You follow what I'm saying?
They'll figure out some way.
Right. So I thought that didn't apply to me, because I don't care about nothing but bitches and good business, right? Yeah. And then he offered me 2 actresses like they was playing cards. Yeah. And I was like, what?
Yep, that's essentially what a human trafficker does. Now, when you look at a lot of the Hollywood movies that you watched and enjoy, especially when you see that Weinstein logo in the beginning or end of it, you could bet your bottom dollar that a lot of those top celebrities did some of the most awful, some of the most inhumane. A lot of these people, slaves, especially some of the child actors here. Holy cow. When you go down the rabbit hole of child actors and Nickelodeon and all these other networks, especially Disney, holy cow, you kind of going through this rep and you're like, wow, I don't even want to go any further. But when you do, you get the perspective of, yeah, I could understand why these people have mental breaks later on in their lives. I could understand why a lot of these people have PTSD. I could understand why individuals like Bieber and Usher and all these other people that were small children that are just kind of thrown into the midst, thrown into the freak-offs, thrown in to all the wild and disgusting contaminated baby oil. You start to realize, whoa, 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 whoa. This is sick. This is disgusting. This is some nasty ass stuff that you don't want to be a part of. And seeing major celebrities that get worshipped, that people love, you understand now there's a kingpin behind them. There's a controller. There's a trafficker behind them. You look at all these celebrity stars, the kid stars especially, there's a pimp behind them. Harvey Weinstein was one of those pimps. Now, he was one of the players, but he wasn't on the top of the larger kind of thing that was happening here that allowed him to become as powerful, as prolific, and as much of a predator as he was. As there was someone above him that made sure law enforcement didn't get involved. They made sure the victims were ostracized. They were kind of shunned away from society. They were ridiculed. They were made fun of. And they were, of course, kicked out of the In Club. The In Club in Hollywood. Sick, satanic, weird stuff that really goes on with a lot of these kind of backroom dealings, backroom in more ways than one. As Katt Williams also made a very kind of important statement. We'll play in just a little bit here, specifically describing how he had to save his butt from the larger predators out there in our society. And I will connect the dots here from his previous statement that really do kind of add up here and show us a larger kind of perspective and picture of, wow, yeah, these guys are big predators out there. But before playing this clip and playing all these other clips that we're going to juxtapose and put together, we wanted to remind you to sign up to lookunfiltered.com. It's quick, it's easy, it's simple. Sign up right now. Click the link down in the description below. Right now, you go on that website, 20 cents a day. It doesn't cost anything. It's less than a Starbucks offer without the woke, blue armpit-haired, hairy-legged barista there lecturing you about pronouns and all this other nonsense and stuff. We do the opposite. We have 12 years of videos, by the way, tutorial videos about making you the strongest, most amazing version of yourself. Lots of really fun stuff. We just uploaded a members video just now. Plus, we do really cool things like meetups, nature hikes, range days. Our range day that was supposed to happen this Saturday got postponed because of the company that I'm working with just decided to postpone it. And we're going to be doing another date. We're going to announce it kind of very soon. But if you're a member, you get to come hang out and do some really cool, fun, awesome activities while meeting like-minded individuals that are next level, really smart, really incredible individuals, all a part of LukeUnfiltered.com. This is the not-so-secret society that is open to anyone that you guys get to participate in. And, of course, I make a lot of content just for you guys. Lots of offers of value. There was just a big event here in Miami. People got free tickets. Tickets were a couple $100. You got a free ticket just by signing up for less than $8 a month. As every time I do a major event, I offer up free tickets to members of LukeUnfiltered.com. That's the website. Sign up, more important than ever, and we appreciate everyone that, of course, does sign up because that's how you keep us up and going and operating as a fully independent media organization. Now, let's go back to this Katt Williams clip. As, of course, holy cow. Again, when you start connecting the dots here, especially when it comes to the rituals, especially when it comes to what they make people do and humiliate themselves in these weird kind of occultic ways, it does highlight to something that I've been warning about for many years on end. That specifically, if you want to make it in Hollywood, they literally take you in the back door and they go in your back door. Male, female, on video, humiliation rituals, and then they say, you know what, dress up like we want you to dress up. Dress up like a woman. Dress up like the little girl we want you to look like. And then we're just gonna do whatever we want with you. We're gonna do it. We're gonna film it. You speak out against us. You don't support Kamala. You don't support the current thing. You don't support the procedure. You don't support what we tell you to support when we tell you to support it. But we're gonna release that tape. We're gonna show everyone how you get down. And we saw this with Diddy. We saw this with Weinstein. We saw this with Epstein. And we see this with other predators that are still out there, that are still operating under the cover of this veil of secrecy. So, again, someone made this incredible video highlighting this larger kind of ritualistic entertainment kind of saga that a lot of people who make it in the industry just have to go through. Let's continue on with this larger conversation with Katt Williams, which, again, hits the nail on the head when you start correlating and connecting the dots here with a lot of the bigger, more sinister behavior that is absolutely happening there every single day.
Like he just jumped to the head. Like, oh,
He was like, I know you.
damn.
Right. Like, what?
Some aces. Damn.
No, my personal aces.
Yeah. Did you think
Right.
about it?
Look, I'm not. In these scary situations, I don't even leave it up to me. Like, I'm going to do.
See, this is an important aspect here. He described personal aces, which highlights how there's spying that happens on a lot of these celebrities, and they see what gets them off. What do they like? What do they enjoy? What do they personally look at in their own private time when they think they're alone? Highlighting the larger possible involvement of the intel agencies, which once again correlates a lot of the circumstantial evidence that we have here as, of course, who has the larger spying powers to watch and see what everyone is doing? The intel agencies that have granted themselves this larger power and authority. Now, granted, there's some, capable individuals that could try to hack your devices when they know who you are. But, that could have been also the case here. But to me, specifically when it comes to the grandeur of this, the big players, the big money involved here, especially when it comes to the larger capabilities of finding out people's weaknesses and wants and lusts, I believe the intel agencies are absolutely involved here, since the intel agencies have been hiring, working, compromising, and putting people forward that are actors and actresses as their agents in order to do a lot of their kind of work for them. So it wouldn't surprise me if this is exactly how they operated, and that's why it scared the crap out of Katt Williams, who was like, how did they know my own personal aces? How did they know that these two actresses that they could traffic, that they could give me, that I could do whatever I want with right now? I could fulfill my deepest, darkest secret. I could fulfill what I wanted. I could go to the devil and say, yes, devil, grant me my wishes. And what will it cost you? Your soul. And then Katt Williams described, it goes on. He goes on.
What the superhero would do in this part of the movie, regardless, and deal with what happens after. Yeah. Just because it's a story, and I know it's a story.
Right.
It's my story. You know what I mean? So I can't.
That's a good way to think about things in general.
Yeah.
What would the superhero do right now?
Yeah. Because I'm saying, I read about Jesus getting to the mountaintop and the devil saying you can have all of this, and him.
I didn't even know he was going to get into the religious aspects of this. I just got into the religious aspect. This is the kind of larger simpatico, because I haven't even watched this clip fully until now. That's the larger kind of overall kind of crazy, larger kind of weird coincidence that just keeps kind of reoccurring here. As of course, there's larger religious aspects of this, and whether you're religious or not, you got to understand. A lot of people in Hollywood, a lot of the controllers, a lot of the big time producers, a lot of the big time players, they don't believe in religion, but they believe in the devil. They believe in Satan. They believe in Lucifer. They believe in doing the work of evil. And then when you start looking at the larger kind of subliminal messages, when you start looking at these kind of larger MK Ultra-like sort of projects that are kind of inundated with these larger predictive programming things that are implemented in our heads through the forms of entertainment that allow us to, of course, think we're just enjoying and seeing pleasurable things. In reality, it's programming us to the likings of some very sinister, evil, bad people. And what Katt Williams describes here specifically, you got to be your own kind of superhero. What will a superhero do here? Will he bend to the lustful needs and wants that he was carefully curated to want and do? Or will he be a superhero and, of course, deny these larger kind of deals that are presented to him?
Say you don't have anything to offer me. Like, you know what I mean? So that's what I got to look up to. So I'm going to follow suit in the best version I can, regardless of anything else.
Absolutely. Very important interview that I think is worth watching. And again, Theo Von released another major banger here. And this is a good one to take your time and check out here. Again, everything that we've kind of been talking about here, larger connections to Epstein. I mean, we had Weinstein and Epstein literally go to Prince Andrew, another predator, to his daughter's 18th birthday. How sick, how disgusting, as of course Weinstein also worked with Epstein, trying to buy up New York Magazine, trying to have control of the corporate media, which they did. There were stories that major news publications like CBS News had linking Epstein to Clinton and all these other larger predators, and they were just absolutely nerfed, stopped, and never released to the general public. Again, there was people like Courtney Love and other people warning, hey, guys, all the way back to the early 2000s, hey, this guy hurts people. Be careful. Be careful when you're around him. And a lot of people wanting to make it big in the industry still. We're like, yeah, I'll do it. Now, luckily, Harvey is in jail, but still, larger predators are still out there, as we still do not have larger truth, larger vindication for the thousands of children that were hurt here. And that's why I've been speaking about this story for so long. Shouts out to Katt Williams for speaking out about it. Share this story. Get it out there to the general public. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys actively watching, signing up to LukeUnfiltered.com. Because you do, that's why I'm still here. That's why I love you guys. Stay tuned for more here on YouTube.com/WeAreChange.